What's the darkest place you ever found yourself in? I was 32 years old, living in my car, and I hadn't spoken to another human being in 8 days. My phone was dead. I had $4 left in my pocket, and I'd just been fired from the last job that would take someone like me. I parked behind an abandoned gas station and genuinely wondered if anyone would even notice if I just disappeared. 3 months earlier, I had an apartment, a steady job, a fiance who loved me. Then the company downsized, and I was the first to go. No severance, just a cardboard box and an awkward good luck. My fiance stuck around for 6 weeks before she got tired of the job rejections and my growing depression. She left on a Tuesday. By Friday, I couldn't make rent. By Monday, I was sleeping in the car. I got a job at a warehouse that didn't care about my resume gaps, but I was late too many times because I had nowhere to shower. Fired again after 2 weeks. Each night got colder, and each morning I felt less human. I stopped looking at mirrors, stopped answering texts from the last few friends I had. I just drove during the day, wasting gas to stay warm, searching for quiet, safe corners to sleep at night. That night behind the gas station, I decided I was done. Not dramatically, just done. I turned off the car to save the last bit of fuel and closed my eyes, not caring if I woke up. I don't know how long I was asleep when someone knocked on my window. I flinched hard. It was a woman in her 50s, gray hair, holding a flashlight. I cracked the window, expecting her to tell me to leave. "You can't stay here," she said. Then, "My house is just down the road. You can park in my driveway if you need a place." I didn't have the words. I just nodded and followed her car. She pointed to the driveway and disappeared inside without another word. I sat there for an hour, convinced it was a trick, but sleep won. The next morning, she walked out with a thermos of coffee and a sandwich. "I'm Ellen," she said. "Used to work at the homeless shelter downtown. They shut it down last year. Old habits die hard." She didn't ask for my story, just handed me the food and said, "My son left some clothes when he moved out. They're in a box by the front door, if you want a shower." I cried in that shower. Not tears, sobs, the kind that shake your whole body, the kind you bury in a towel so no one hears. When I came out in clean clothes, Ellen was at the kitchen table with a laptop. "My neighbor needs his garage cleaned, pays cash," she said, still typing. "And my friend Lisa manages some apartments. One of her maintenance guys just quit." She slid over 2 phone numbers. "You don't have to call, but you can." I called. The garage job turned into more work. 2 weeks later, I landed the maintenance position. Ellen let me keep using her address and park in her driveway. I lived in my car another month, saved enough for a deposit on a tiny studio. That was 5 years ago. Last month, I closed on my first house. 2 bedrooms, a yard full of weeds, mine. Ellen came to the housewarming and brought me a potted plant. "For your new roots," she smiled. Yesterday, I left the grocery store and saw a guy sleeping in his car, fogged up windows, back seat full of clothes. I bought an extra sandwich and a gift card, wrote my number on the receipt. "When you're ready, I know someone who's hiring. No questions asked." I tucked it under his windshield wiper and walked away, remembering how one quiet act of kindness saved me when I thought I was already gone. Sometimes, the way out of the dark isn't a blinding light, just someone willing to sit there long enough for your eyes to adjust.